Guess what? Just because you feel like a failure, that don't make you a failure. It makes you alive. It makes you human. But I will tell you that one of the biggest areas where you could really improve your life would be taking ownership and admitting your mistakes, your faults, but not identifying with it. And that's a hard thing. If you have a lot of unhealed trauma, abandonment wounds, pain, hurt, guilt, shame, and it's really a thing of like, the more shit you've been through, right, that you've suppressed, emotionally speaking, and this usually is built up throughout your childhood, 0 to 10 years old. It continues to play itself out throughout the rest of your life, so it ain't like it stops, but the buildup is there. The reservoirs are created within you to store and suppress all of these negative emotions, when what it really just takes is looking in the mirror, looking within, having some compassion for yourself, some grace, some mercy, some forgiveness, acceptance is huge. All of these things are huge. And a lot of times we're not ever offered those things because of the dysfunction, because of other people's trauma, other people's pain. And so we don't know how to offer it to ourselves, for sure, and definitely to those that we love. So it's just a continuation of generational trauma, of generational wounding. And it takes a lot of strength to hear this message. It's not popular, but I know that it's timely. That's what's beautiful, is that it's a timely message. It's showing up right on time. You may feel like your life has passed you by. You may feel like because of those mistakes, because of the things that have happened, that you've lost things that you can never replace. And, that's probably actually true. But what if, just what if, bear with me, hypothetically, what if what you lost that you think you can never replace is nowhere pales in comparison of what God truly has for you? But yet your mind, your body, your emotions, your attachment is still stuck in the past. You're depressed, right? You're depressed. That means you're living life in the rear view. You're stuck in reverse. Anxious is afraid of the future. And really what you need to do is just be grounded in the now. I mean, look around, look at your body, look at my body. Ain't nobody attached. If someone was supposed to be in your life forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, they would have been attached. And yet we allow for our emotions, this emotional connections, which is energetic bonds, right? When you have someone you love and you're, especially intimacy, that's why casual connections can be very harmful for your spirit, for your energy, especially if you're, someone that uses other people for your pleasure, to feel good about yourself. You get validation by how many people you can sleep with, or how many people, or what you can get other people to do for you, versus, getting past all that and really starting to take an inventory of yourself and knowing that there's work to be done. Do you want to feel He agrees. He knows that what we're about to say is good stuff. Magpie, do you want to feel more self-confident? Do you want to feel more peaceful? Do you want to feel more loved? Do you want to feel more appreciated? Do you want to be more fulfilled with your life? Do you want to feel more proud of who you are, like genuinely? Do you want to sleep better at night? If the answer is yes to any of those questions, then you're in the right place and you're listening to the right guy. And I'm grateful to have you a part of this community. I can feel it. I feel it. I feel us assembling. I feel that magnetic pull of men and some women, right, coming in to the Results Kill Excuses channel for us to have these conversations, for us to truly start to communicate and to connect with our emotions, to connect with what's really going on underneath the surface, right? This world, we're so externally stimulated, right, by your physique or what kind of car you drive or, right, what restaurants you're going to or what team you're representing. It's so stimulated by the external. And if you've been watching the channel, if you're new here, welcome, but it all starts on the inside. I do believe in being the total, complete man. And for me, that means mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and then eventually financial health. No weaknesses, no gaps, right? It doesn't mean that you're perfect. It means you strive for excellence. It means you strive to be 1% better every single day. It means that you own your mistakes. You take responsibility for the things that you can change. What can you change right now? Ask yourself that. Is there something that you know you can do differently that you're resisting just based on your patterns and your habits, but you know that if you keep doing this, it's probably going to end leaving you in a worse situation than even where you're at right now. And then yet I also know that many of you are just going through the mist, the deep shit right now, the dark nights of the soul, and you're scared to death. Your whole world is crashing down. And fuck, man, my heart goes out to you. I know exactly what that feels like. All I can tell you is I love you, I care for you. Keep going. If you need help, reach out for help. Do not stay isolated. There are definitely seasons where separating yourself from toxic people, bad energies, bad environments is absolutely necessary. But keeping yourself alone because of your pride, because of your ego, because you don't feel you're worthy, or because you don't think there's the means to get some help, I don't believe in that. I believe that if there's a will, there's a way. And I know especially here in the US, the medical system's pretty fucked up. But here's the cool thing in this modern day and age, you know what's the greatest thing about this technology is self-help, self-learning. And that's what Results Kill Excuses is all about, self-rescue. If you want to change your life, you can change your life, right? Do you need a medical professional? No, but I think it's helpful, right? I am grateful to have a therapist in my life because I know the importance of having a true neutral sounding board, someone that's unbiased in my life. And in many ways, I can be that, and I am being that for many, many people right now. And I can be that for you too, if you're willing to show up truthfully, authentically, with some vulnerability. And I commend all of you that are doing that, man. The conversation is it's so fucking encouraging. Are you guys reading these comments? You must be, because people continue to open up and share in very profound ways, and we all have different experiences. Some of us are going through this shit. I could tell some of you have gone through this shit and are figuring some shit out. And that's what I want. That's the vision here, is for us to create a collective where we no longer tear each other down. We can start building each other up, sharing our stories, not feeling like we have to do it alone. You have to do the work. I can't do the work for you. But you can be a part of this community of like-minded Banff warriors. People that are willing to do life on life's terms and to strive for excellence each and every day. And I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you being here, listening to this message, sharing the message, right? And if you're looking for an opportunity for how you can grow, go from self-sabotaging, self-loathing, self-destructive patterns, download the Results Kill Excuses app. And in there is 25 lessons packed into 5 courses. Each course should take you a little over a week to really process and integrate what's going on there. And that's my gift to you. That's what I call the first 5. It's the initial stages of looking in the mirror, the self-discovery. Is it going to be easy? No, it's going to be uncomfortable. I know that this is not popular yet, but I also know that in my own life, I have felt like I've missed some opportunities. I felt like I've fallen behind in some ways in terms of the external, right? The measuring stick of success and accomplishment, because I've had these rock bottom moments, these resets, these relapses in life. And I think a lot of you feel the same. And yet, I'm telling you, it's not too late. I'm telling you that there's something that needs to be expressed through you that only you have. It is a gift. And you will never find that gift until you truly find who you are on the inside, your true and authentic self. Get rid of all the bullshit. Delete all the bullshit that's distracting you, you're having to pretend to be somebody in order for what? For acceptance. It's acceptance-based. This life has usually been acceptance-based. We need to feel like we belong. We need to feel accepted. It's way too hard to stand alone, and yet a lot of us do stand alone. A lot of us do feel alone, even in the context of family and relationships and the like. We literally feel like we're alone. No one sees us. No one appreciates us. No one really loves us for who we are. Does that resonate with you? And I think the time is now for us as men to connect, to really lift each other up, to build each other up. And all it takes is you saying yes to you, taking extreme ownership of your life, knowing that, yeah, bad things have happened. People have done bad things. Forgive, right? Do you want to feel less burden about your experiences? Well, release some people from the shit they've done to you. Genuinely, in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Forgive, release, right? As you do unto others, it's done unto you. Think about it. But if you're holding bitterness and anger and sadness and heartbreak, right, guess what? You're going to continue that. And if you need some help, reach out to me, greg@resultskillexcuses.com. I will set up a one-on-one. I'm sure a lot of you will be afraid because You're not programmed to ask for help. Men are, supposed to shut the fuck up, suck it the fuck up, walk it the fuck off. And that it's dead, man. That's dead. And that's what's, 2,000 men every day killing themselves because what? You're supposed to just fucking suffer in silence until the pain is so bad that you just say, fuck this shit. And I'm saying, fuck that shit. Let's connect. Let's find union here, camaraderie here, connection here, so that we can heal and grow and learn from each other. It's the law of reciprocity. I'm not here to just teach. I'm here to learn as well. And I know that many, many, many of you bring some incredible gifts that you don't even see in yourself. You don't even see your gift. Maybe you're doing something right now. And like I said before, you're so sad and still grieving about something you've lost that you can't even see the thing that is truly prepared for you. And all you need to do is get past that mental anguish, that grief. Get past those 4 stages of grief that are holding you back. What are those stages, right? Denial, that's huge, right? Bargaining, negotiating with yourself. What if it was different? What if I could get them back? What if I was willing to do everything, compromise and do all the things they wanted? Then they would love me, right? And then it's what? Then it's depression, then it's anger. And what we really need is acceptance. And then beyond that, it just takes ownership. It takes taking extreme ownership. Saying, whether it's my fault or not my fault, I'm going to take responsibility for the fact that I was involved in that situation, and I can accept it. I can accept that it failed, and I can accept that I could have done things different. If you're someone that's really struggling with loss right now in your life, here's something for you to do, to try. Do you want something that I think would help you? Write down 2 lists. The first list is I want you to write a list of things that you did good or right within the context of whatever the situation was. For a lot of guys, it's relationships. It could have even been a work thing, right? Maybe you got fired. There's a lot of people have gone through that. I've been through that too. And I can tell you that rejection is protection. Maybe you've never heard that saying. Rejection is protection. I know there's an addiction there. I know that you're just like, I need that. I need it. But this is a time for you to spend some time in singularity, if that's where you find yourself, and to work on yourself. And knowing that there's something greater for you. There's something better. If you're willing to put in the work, you're going to get the return on that investment. First list, write down everything you can think that you did good or right within that situation. And then write down a list of things you could have done better. 1% better every day. Like, we need to reflect on this every single day. Every day there's things we're doing good, and every day there's things we could do a little better. Have that mindset. Don't just think that, it's just the way it is. No, when you want to start living life with intention, when you want to start having your power back with everything you're doing in life, you need to start organizing and prioritizing what really matters and understanding that life is about learning, and you're not always going to get it right. And I can tell you that's one of my biggest flaws. And Eckhart Tolle talks about this. It's the need to be right. Do you have that issue? Man, I have destroyed some pretty good, what I felt was pretty good relationships because of just my need to be right and to prove other people wrong. Right? I had to humble myself. I had to go through the ego death to know that I'm not always right. And even if I do feel I'm right, I don't need to make someone feel that they're wrong. And that's something I'm still working on. And Eckhart Tolle in The Power of Now talks about how the primal origin of that energy comes from like ancient times when if you were wrong, you were going to die. Like, to make a bad decision meant that there was like a predator or something, and if you made the wrong decision, you would die. our emotional pain bodies still enact that when it's not about that. Like, you're not gonna die if you allow someone else to just believe what they need to believe, and you don't gotta make them feel wrong. Well, how do you overcome that? How have I overcome that in many ways? Well, one, I've learned to accept myself. And the more that I accept myself, the more I connect with my emotions, the more I can accept other people. It's really called unconditional love. It's like, real acceptance is saying, I don't got to change somebody. No one's going to change me, and I don't need to change anybody else. And so they can have their opinion. I can have mine. We can move on, right? We either find mutual respect for our differences, or we just move on. And I do that all the time on social media. Like, anytime someone's posting things like consistently as a pattern, and it triggers me, right? One, I know that it's something I need to work on, but I also just unfollow that stuff. Like, there's no need to try and respond and get angry and confrontational, right? And, those are all trauma responses. It's a trauma response. It's a fear of control. It's a lack of trust that everything's okay, that people can have their viewpoints. It's the meme that shows two people opposing each other. One person's looking down and they're saying it's a 6, and the other person on the other side saying, no, it's a 9. And look, what are they gonna do? Fucking strangle each other? Both people are right. Both views are correct. And yet, we want to fight about it. We want to lose all that energy because we have a fear that to be wrong, that we're, in our animalistic ways, that we would die. And a lot of it is just a fear of control. And a lot of times when you have a fear of control, that means that you've experienced some things in your life that you felt really out of control, that you didn't have control over, and it left you messed up. And you can heal that. It goes back to that forgiveness piece. Releasing people that have hurt you, and doing it in a genuine way. And if you need someone to help guide you, reach out to me. I would love to be able to help you heal some of your emotional wounds. I do believe that I am put here for this purpose, and I just appreciate you for hearing me out today for this message. I love you guys. Thank you so much to all the new subs coming in. Keep sharing the message. Men need to hear this. We need to organize and collect ourselves. I do believe that the time has come for a whole new version of men, for a new way to do it. It's not about just the bag. It's not about getting all the girls. It's not about, right, just having the body. There's doing life on life's terms starts on the inside. It's having emotional self-mastery, having self-awareness, knowing that all those things will fall into place. If you can create some harmony within yourself, everything will fall into place. Everything that's for you will start to reveal itself. And there are so many of you. You are so close. Do not give up. Do not quit. Face your fears. Face your fears. And if you're afraid to do it by yourself, reach out and seek some support. Support each other in the comments, right? Share your story so that people don't have to feel like they're alone, because we're not alone. This is an opportunity for us to truly take ownership and to give back and to really assemble, right? To unite and become stronger together versus isolated and alone and feeling like ain't nobody see us or hear us. Let's hear each other. Let's support each other, and let's keep putting in the work. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results kill excuses, because if it was easy, it won't be worth it. Greg's out.